was my 2 daughters in the UK a few days ago. And then we went out somewhere, and then we are eating in a TGIF restaurant. They say, thank God it's Friday. But that's the name of their restaurant. And they tell you every day is a Friday, so every day is a party in the restaurant. So my children wanted to go there, so I went there with them. Is that not nice? They should chop life. Come on, are you still with me? So I went there with them. So we are just busy doing our things and are taking their selfies and enjoying themselves. And music was playing. And Mirabel, the smaller one, said to Michelle, he said, this is one of the most popular music. I don't know the music. I'm not in their generation. Come on. Are you hearing me? He said, this is very popular, this and that and all that. It's been one of the most popular tunes. There was one that they say is the most popular tune on earth. I said, no. I said, what is that? She opened her something and showed me. It has had about 4 billion downloads. And all that. And views and all of that. I said, eh? He said, okay. They said, this one is one of the most popular, the one that was playing. And then Michelle turned to me and said, but the guy is late. So I said, I said, what happened to him? I was interested. And he said, he killed himself. Just casually, he killed himself. I said, with this amount of followership, he still killed himself. That means that even with all the acclaim and all the money, the emptiness inside was a gaping hole. Come on, am I talking to somebody here too? You need to understand. So, Sigmund Freud kept impositing that that's the pursuit of man until Viktor Frankl. Now, Viktor Frankl is a psychiatrist, trained one, and then entered into psychology. He's an Austrian, a Jewish man. He was in Hitler's concentration camp and survived. He saw thousands die. Don't forget, Hitler killed 6 million Jews. Are you with me? He saw people die everywhere. And he saw people survive. And he kept saying that what keeps people alive is hope. And all that. And then he wrote a book titled The Search for Meaning. Are you with me? Man's Search for Meaning. And in that book, he said, let me read what he said. He said, the primary desire of man is meaning. And when he doesn't have meaning, he will distract himself with pleasure. The man's primary desire is, what am I here for? What is the meaning of this existence on earth? Am I just like a goat or a cow that gets here, breeds and dies? Or is there a higher purpose? He said, when a man can't find meaning, he distracts himself with pleasure. That's why people smoke. That's why they drink. That's why a millionaire can commit suicide. There's no meaning to his millions. Come on, are you with me? And then he said that it is possible for your life to have meaning if you can do 3 things. What are the 3 things he recommended to have meaning? He said, number 1, have a project that makes you want to get out in the morning. Very simple. Have a pursuit, a business, a career, a project that when you are sleeping, you want to wake up and go to it. Not a job that you are angry with every day. Something that you want to get up to every day. Something that makes you excited. A relationship, an opportunity that pushes you to get up and go somewhere. Second one is learn from your mistakes and redeem your failures. Don't allow your mistakes to define you. Even when you make a mistake, learn from them, redeem your failures, move on. Is if you do this, you have meaning to your life. And the third one is the one that concerns us today. It says share your life with others. And share your journey and your blessings with others. Don't just live your life alone. A life all wrapped up in itself makes a mighty small puzzle. Any life that is only focused on itself will be a frustrating life. That's why today when you counsel depressed people, you tell them step out of yourself and serve somebody and do something for somebody. Now, they wanted to know whether what Viktor Frankl said works or not. You know what the government did? There was this hospital in Vienna, Austria, that had the highest suicide rate in Europe and maybe around the world. They treat psychiatric patients, treat depression patients, treat all kinds of people, and people just go there every day. They're killing themselves, having all kinds. You know why people, when they are tired of life, they just decide to go away. You're not hearing me. In Africa, even if they want to kill you when you're tired, you say, don't kill me. I must live until 200. Hello. But they keep killing themselves and others. They handed him over the hospital to run it for 10 years. Brothers and sisters, with his theory about step out of yourself and help others. That's all he was telling them to do. In 10 years, not one suicide happened. Ended it by meaning. If your life has meaning, nothing else. You can handle anything. You can survive anything. Sir, stop focusing on yourself. I know things are not okay. But look ahead. There are people who are worse. Serve somebody and God will give you grace. I can't hear your amen. Second thing I want you to know is this. It is possible to be small and still have a great destiny impact. You can be small and still have a great destiny impact. You don't have to have a great degree. You don't have to have a large amount of money to make impact. No. Are you still with me? You see, I told them a few days ago, there's so much debate about bees. Somebody say bee. Do you know what a bee is? Eh? Now, why were they talking? They say bees are disappearing. Colonies of bees around the world are dying and dying fast. And it was a concern. In America, it was discussed on radio, on TV. Bees are just dying. And some of you here in the last 1 year have not seen a bee. Please, what I'm saying, is that true? And people don't notice. You know why they were panicking? Britannica in their something says the absence of bees will alter Earth's ecosystem and bring about immediate worldwide famine. How can small bee bring famine around the world? I got interested. Look at CNN analysis. Look at what I wrote down, what they said. They said of 100 crop species that provide 90% of our global food supply, 71 are bees pollinated. There are 100 crops that give us 90% of the food we eat on earth. 71 of that 100 are bee pollinated. 100 minus 71 is how many left? 29 only left for us to survive if there are no bees. That's what you don't understand. They say bees give American economy $16 billion every year. Bees. Hi. You call them small. They're not small, though. In fact, you should be calling them mighty bees. Look at what Fox News said that got me interested. They said if there are no bees, apples, onions, avocado, orange, pumpkin, grapefruit, cucumber, and almonds immediately cease to exist. There's no other animal that pollinates them but bees. Now, small but mighty impact. You didn't notice their impact, but nature will notice if they're not there. I'm talking to you. Now, you may not look impactful, but you matter where you matter. And never count yourself not to matter. You really matter. Am I talking to somebody here? And be bold enough to tell yourself, I matter. And then do things that matter. If you hear me say yes. Do the little you can. You may not have much money. You may not have much influence. But start from somewhere. A little boy brought 5 loaves and 2 fish. That's all Jesus needed to feed 5,000. When you bring your small effort and God adds his grace, you can make a huge impact. Lift up your right hand. I speak over you today. You will never have a wasted destiny. And that's me to the third point. The third point is important to me. The greatest impact of the church is not in individual efforts, but in corporate vision. our greatest impact as a church is not in our individual effort. So while we are doing random acts of kindness, I know you are going to go and do your own random acts of kindness. But it's not individual efforts we want. We want you to join us and let's do this together. If you hear me say yes. If leaders are doing, do your own. If workers are doing, do your own. If GTF is doing, do your own. Yes, we want you to do that. Get involved. Look at the pictures on the screen. That's some of the things that different groups did last year. We had more than 1,000 pictures from different people, bringing different groups and all of that. Sir, give us the honor of celebrating your group